How to set up your profile. Don't skim over or impulsively rush into setting up your profile. It's as important as, say, the resource box in article marketing. What you are doing when you set up your Facebook profile correctly is 1. Pre-qualifying your potential fans or list. 2. Letting them know who you are so they can decide if they like you and are prepared to trust, an essential part of lining up loyal repeat customers for your future sales funnel. But setting up your profile is about more than simply letting them know you love your cat or like the colour purple. You want to mirror your customers so they see you're on the same wavelength. On top of that, you need to present a professional image. This has nothing to do with having a great photo taken by a professional photographer. It's all about letting people know you are consistent and that you make things seem ridiculously simple and easy for them. There are two operative words in creating a truly professional image. Consistency, you as in your readers and fans. Ideally, before signing up, you should plan your Facebook strategy. The more thoroughly you explore and clarify this to yourself, the more highly targeted your profile will be to appeal to customers you want. Use the worksheet on the following page as a reference you can check in with while entering data in your profile. Profile brainstorming map. 1. Think about your image. Who are your customers? What would they want to know about you? What information can you specialize in that would be helpful? How will you mirror their tone and bearing? 2. How will you brand yourself? As your company? As a personality? With a logo on your Facebook page? With consistent photos, logos, types of post, etc.? 3. What profile picture will you use? Does the photo you want to use support the image you want to create? Does anything about it contradict who you intend to portray yourself as? For example, if you're all about ergonomic, natural backpacking and hiking, you wouldn't want to use that formal photo of you in a business suit. 4. Do some strong keyword research. Have these keywords ready to plant into your profile description, Facebook fan page custom URL, and anywhere else you can work them in. Remember that Facebook has its own massive internal search engine, and it's always trying to match users with what it thinks would interest them. Decide who is going to see what. Knowing ahead of time that you never want your serious Canadian literature group to see your posts from the Killer Zombies from Mars game will make settings easier to set up right the first time. Decide ahead of time what's going in: your Facebook page, business, your personal profile, informal. Decide ahead of time on what you'll keep private or personal. Remember that potential clients or customers do need to find you. It's all very well keeping your account secure against spammers or security risk offenders, but don't tighten security to the degree where you can't be found. Decide if your Facebook profile or fan page could benefit from geo-targeting. This is one of Facebook's biggest strengths. If you have any sort of real-world building involved, for example, a store people can physically visit, or you're selling to people in a specific area, Southern Hospitality Guide, adding keywords and information about your location will vault you to the top of Facebook findability. The one element you'll want to keep in mind as you're filling out the worksheet is consistency. You want your ideal customer to look at you and see someone she feels comfortable with. It doesn't matter whether your target group consists of stockbrokers or grandma knitters. The members of that particular niche should feel comfortable with you, and that involves a certain amount of mirroring in your profile picture, your image, your tone and voice, your posts, geared to pique their interest and relate to them. Later, when you post, get into the habit of not going off tangents that they can't relate to or are not interested in, no matter how much you want to vent or share. You can be totally real. You're just choosing not to open every closet door and show them under your bed. Less really is more if it's highly focused. You also want to think of branding, and there's certainly a lot of consistency involved in that process. It doesn't matter whether you're creating a brand for your business or whether it's personal branding. You want them to think of you always as the ultimate expert on your subject. Everything you post, personal stuff included, should support that, not suddenly make them doubt who you are. Branding in traditional business is usually built up slowly. This is where Facebook is at its most powerful. Get your mission and your image clear, and you'll find yourself creating a buzz so that you quickly become a catchword for your area of interest. One of the tricks that helps: allow your customers and fans to identify you instantly by consistent colour schemes and themes on your sites, a consistent logo you always use, using the same profile photo across all your sites and social media, consistent schedule for posting. The worst thing you can do, and in these busy times it is fatally easy to fall into, is to post 50 times a day, then disappear for 6 weeks. Get into the habit of visiting Facebook for at least an hour a day, half an hour at a pinch, and either posting on your wall or commenting on other posts. Planning your profile ahead of time is the best way to ensure you get it right straight away. It will be easy to tweak it as you gain more experience with Facebook and with your niche, but you'll find a little planning will go a long way to making you look like a specialist and an expert. Now, let's finally move on to actually setting up your profile. Step 1. Click on the Edit Profile button here on your brand new page, the one you see after you've confirmed your Facebook email. You'll get a page that looks like this. Simply enter your information and press the dark blue Save Changes button. Let's go through it field by field, remembering that if you're not comfortable inputting any area, you can choose to leave it out. Current city and hometown. If your hometown is the same as your current city, just enter your location in either hometown or current city field. No need to enter it in both. If your hometown and current city are different, and you'd like to geo-target people from your old hometown, helping them to find you, enter both fields. Sex. This field is mandatory and obvious. Select your gender from its drop-down tab. However, you can choose not to show your gender in your profile by merely unchecking the box to the left of Show My Sex in My Profile. Birthday. This field is also mandatory, but nothing could be simpler than using the drop-down menu on the right-hand side to either only show your month and day, not year, not show your birth date at all. Whatever you do, however, don't show your full birthday in your profile. It's a security risk that could lead to identity theft. Interested in. Here's where, as a business user, you have to choose between friendship and networking. The jury is out on what works best for business. Most internet entrepreneurs seem to choose networking. It goes without saying that any of the other choices aren't your best for business purposes. Political and religious views. Nothing can cause friction more quickly than airing views about religion and politics. Business tradition and good taste cite that you should leave these blank for fear of offending a good chunk of your target market. However, there is a small segment of entrepreneurs who thrive on creating comments by using these areas as leverage. If that describes you, you'll certainly want to fill those fields in. You'll also want to fill either field out if it's relevant to your target market. For example, your business is selling Roman Catholic religious objects. It would definitely be an advantage to type Roman Catholic into the religion field. Similarly, if your business core mission is based on your ethics as a Christian, or you service the Christian work-at-home mum market, you'll want to pick the best keyword. This would be one of the ones you've researched, remember, and position yourself that way. So in other words, if your keyword was Christian WAHM, you wouldn't put Baptist, you'd put Christian WAHM. Bio. This is the most important field on your profile. It's where you get to make a mission statement, letting people know who you are and what you can do for them. Treat it like the resource box in article marketing. Here are some solid tips on writing a great bio. 1. Keep it friendly and informal. 2. Keep it short. Less is more. 3. Make sure it answers who you are and what your passions are. 4. Make sure number 3 mirrors the people you're trying to reach. Here's an example. This gives you a friendly, informal picture of the writer with very few words. Note how machine embroidery patterns could be a strong keyword for internal searches. Do be aware, however, that every word you enter in your profile will be used as fodder for Facebook, who will use it to search and suggest appropriate friends for you, serve you up ads and suggest apps and games you might enjoy. If you optimize your profile well, this can be a good thing. Favorite quotations. It's not necessary to enter a favorite quote here, but why waste the opportunity to help your potential market get to know you? Pick something that gives people a glimpse of either your most powerful personality trait or your core beliefs. For example, reading that quote tells you instantly that your work-at-home mum probably isn't a negative person. If the person reading this profile believes in being positive, a good trait in a potential customer, she would be more likely to friend you after reading that quote on top of your cheery, matter-of-fact bio. Step 2. Hit the Save Changes button at the end of this form. Step 3. Once you see the little notification that your changes have been saved, click on the View Your Profile button up in the top, and you'll be taken to a page that not only shows you what someone might see just now looking at your profile, but where you're prompted to make further additions to your profile. Links you can click on and add to are in the left-hand column under your profile photo, upload a photo, take a photo, write something about yourself, find people you know, create a profile badge. Under the centre column, you can 1. Add education and work information. 2. Add likes and interests. Just remember not to add anything inconsistent that conflicts with your business persona or confuses it. You'll also notice that in our dummy account, I didn't disable my email from public view when editing the privacy settings. Now would be the time to stop that email address from appearing in my profile if I preferred. But you have to edit that through your privacy settings, not by clicking the Edit tab. Instead, you would go back up to Account and select Privacy Settings/Customize. But go ahead and click on the Edit tab anyway, because there's at least one crucial field to fill in on the page that will open, and that is your website URL. Enter it in the field marked Website, and it will show up under your profile. Your profile photo. This is a simple part of your profile, so once you have a photo selected, it doesn't matter whether you upload it ahead of filling in your profile or afterwards. It's simple, but important. So let's plan your photo just like we did your profile. Keeping in mind consistency, it has to support your image. Your image being shorthand for who you want them to see when they look at you. It's not a good idea to use your logo on your profile. It's always better to let people see your face. Logos are important to branding, but your fan page is the proper place for your logo on Facebook, along with the same photo you're going to use in your profile. You can subliminally support your branding by using your official photo across all your sites and social networks. And you can also support your branding with your photo's colour theme. For example, if your main website consists of a stark, clear black and white theme with a splash of crimson, wear black and white with a splash of crimson in your profile pics. People will subconsciously register those colours, and it will help add to the feeling of instant identification and consistency. Message. Another area that requires thought and care is the message in your profile. Be real. Go for simplicity. Keep it short. Keep it short, but make sure it says everything you want it to say. Remember, though, it's not a sales pitch. It's there to attract people who think you are a kindred spirit, someone they can be friends with, someone who can help them, someone they can trust.